Okay, like every sane person alive, I'm a huge fan of The Dark Knight and of the Batman universe that Christopher Nolan has created. This video is just basically what I think the next Batman movie should include, if it should be made at all. I'm going to tackle Batman's large catalog of villains and discuss the ones that I feel should be included in the third movie. The easiest thing to do is to first off weed out the villains that are honestly just too cheesy and too comic booky to be in the gritty, realistic universe that the movies portray. Fortunately, Halle Berry has already proved that no matter how talented the actress you get to play Catwoman, the character sucks. Extremely unrealistic characters like Clayface, whose powers include being made of Play-Doh. Lord, that's stupid. Yeah, that will not transfer in any way into Nolan's movie series. How the hell is Batman supposed to fight Captain Silly Putty? Then we move on, of course, to the trifecta of suck. Includes the teaming of Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, and Bane. That team, of course, made famous by the Batman and Robin movie, the abomination that was. While individually the characters are actually kind of cool in the comic books, none of them, not one freaking character in the trifecta of suck, I really like that, I'm very proud of myself for coming up with that, can translate into the real world, so all three of those guys are instantly out. Man-Bat. Not even going to explain that one. Fortunately, there are some villains that will actually, with a little tweaking, translate into the real world very easily. The Joker used to be a silly clown prince of crime with prank gadgets that he would use to commit crimes with. Heath Ledger, of course, created an anarchist and an anti-establishment and a homicidal Joker, which was a much more brutal creation and a much more interesting adaptation to the original character. That could be done with some other characters. Take, for example, Mad Hatter. By no means am I saying that such an obscure character could become the main focus of the movie, but he could be interesting to just help move the plot along. Look how great Ra's al Ghul was in Batman Begins. I'm just proposing that he plays a similar role that Scarecrow played in The Dark Knight, just a little person to help get the movie going. In the comics and the cartoons, Mad Hatter is portrayed as a thief with an obsession with Alice in Wonderland. That bizarre trait makes up his entire character. That kind of obsession could have much more interesting applications than simply a thief. What kind of man obsesses with a children's story? Well, a man obsessed with children. He could be a pedophile and or a rapist. I realize how ironic it is that my portrayal of the Mad Hatter might be too dark for a series honored and applauded for its darkness. For character design, picture an older, lanky white male. He's a hobo, a homeless man, a drifter. He wears rags, long greasy hair. He wears a ragged top hat. He carries around a dirty white rabbit doll. Imagine him having a soft, pleasing voice and speaking in rhymes. The actor that I think would be perfect for this role is a man named Matt Frewer. He's been in countless films, countless media. Most recently, he was Moloch, the old retired supervillain in Watchmen. He's just a fantastic actor. I've seen him in many, many things. I think his talents would be perfect for it. He's a little older now. He has a wonderful voice. I think he would just be absolutely spectacular for the role of the Mad Hatter. Another interesting villain who could be introduced into the Nolan-verse would, of course, be Killer Croc. With some slight adaptations, he would be very interesting in the real world. Most recently, in the Joker graphic novel, he was portrayed as an African American with a skin disease. He was basically a thug that just did Joker's dirty work. I think that's a perfect portrayal. I don't think he really needs to get much deeper than that. However, I was a little fond of the Batman, the anime-style series portrayal of Killer Croc, which featured him with a Cajun accent and a Louisiana background. I don't know, I was very attached to that. I feel that a little adaptation will make the character very interesting. Who the hell gets the name Killer Croc? Imagine this. African American, big black guy. Big mean son of a bitch. He's a younger dude, though, late 20s maybe. And how about this? How about Killer Croc is a rap name? He's an aspiring rapper. It'll be Killa Croc. How about he was working in Gamble's gang before Joker killed him, and now he's gone to work for Cobblepot, since Cobblepot's taking over the mob underworld. The only actor that springs to my mind to portray him is Michael Clark Duncan, famous for his roles in The Green Mile. And, Michael Clark Duncan is one of my favorite actors. He's a personal favorite of mine. I love The Green Mile. But personally, I feel like his talent would be wasted on such a flat character as Killer Croc, who's basically just a stupid thug. Other than Michael Clark Duncan's physical appearance, he has no reason to play Killer Croc. What we need is some other young guy, a young, big, black actor who could do very well in this role. Any ideas, just send them my way. If there's one thing I hate, it's videos on YouTube over 6 minutes long. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this one off here and make this a 2-part series. In the next one, which I'm going to provide a link to, I'm going to discuss the last 3 people that I feel should be included in the next movie, which are the Penguin, the Riddler, and yes, Robin. And also, I'm going to discuss the possibility of bringing back the Joker. Alright, until the next video, peace, y'all.